What's going on, guys? UCF Jaguar here with GenTech.com, and man, we have an awesome matchup coming up this Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Man, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars traveling out to Arrowhead to face on the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, first of all, this is a matchup of the week, man. We got the 4-0 Kansas City Chiefs versus the 3-1 Jacksonville Jaguars. That's one reason why I'm excited. I'm also excited because we probably had the top offense in the league versus the top defense in the league, and I'm also going to be flying out and going to this game, so I'm so fired up. I'm going to be going there with the Sports Fury. I'll actually be on the Sports Fury's live stream that Sunday night while we watch the Dallas Cowboys take on the Houston Texans. So really exciting weekend coming up, but man, we have an awesome game to break down, man. Game of the week, like I said. So without further ado, let's get it.
Last name ever, first name greatest. Like a sprained ankle, boy, ain't nothing to play with. Started off local.
Now, when you look at the Kansas City Chiefs, they have been electric. They are the only undefeated team right now in the AFC, and a lot of that is because of their quarterback, Patrick Mahomes. Now, I think Mahomes got lost in a lot of the conversation this year, really just because you had a really good group of rookie quarterbacks come into the NFL. Yet, I believe 5 rookies get drafted in the NFL draft, quarterbacks in the first round. So, he got lost in that, and when you just look at last year, all the hype was behind Deshaun Watson. And, you know, I was one person that was kind of holding off on the whole Deshaun Watson hype for a few reasons. First of all, he threw a lot of interceptions. You know, second of all, he was like 3-3 as a starter. And you know, when you look at Patrick Mahomes, man, I am completely sold on this guy. I think he is one of the next best quarterbacks in the NFL. And you know, the big difference between him and Deshaun Watson is this guy is not throwing interceptions, and this guy hasn't lost a game yet. So this guy's completely balling out. You know, he's on a really quarterback-friendly scheme with Andy Reid. You know, he always knows how to kind of get the best out of his quarterbacks. And really, their offense is extremely, extremely dynamic. I mean, you look around, man. You got guys like, obviously, Patrick Mahomes. You've got Kareem Hunt. You've got Travis Kelce, maybe the best tight end in the game right now, up there with Gronkowski. You know, Kelce stays a lot healthier than him. You also have Tyreek Hill, one of the most explosive players in the NFL. You also have Sammy Watkins, obviously, coming over there through free agency. They have Conley, man. They also have a great offensive line, man. They are completely loaded on offense, and that's the big thing, man. You look at the Chiefs' offense versus the Jaguars' defense, and that's what's getting all the headlines, man. And really, a huge key for this game, man. We've got to be able to stop Tyreek Hill, and that calls for on all sides of the ball. First of all, we'll go ahead and go into him on special teams. He is a dynamic punt returner. I mean, this team, the Chiefs, they always find a way to get great punt returners, kick returners. I mean, they had like Priest Holmes back in the day. They had Dante Hall. I mean, they're like the Bears, man. They find ways to get really good punt and kick returners. So don't kick to them. Kick out of bounds. Make their offense work to get the ball up the field on our offense. I mean, that's just don't let him get the ball like that. You know, another key is this: he's going to be lining up on all over the field. So it's not like you're really going to be able to have you know, a player like Jalen Ramsey or something like that shadow him. So you have to really account for like where he is on the field. And you know, I don't mind if he comes over there and runs reverses. I mean, our linebackers are speedy enough to be able to cover, you know, from sideline to sideline. But the big thing, man, don't let him get behind you. The Jaguars have gotten kind of lucky in a sense of, really, we've had some players beat us up top, but the quarterback hasn't been able to get them the ball. You know, you've seen OBJ, Odell Beckham Jr. got behind the defense about, I think, 3 times, but Eli Manning couldn't give him the ball. Just last week, Sam Darnold, about 3 different times, you had a few different players get behind us on the defense, but Sam Darnold couldn't get the ball there. Tyreek Hill is speedier, much more explosive than I think both of those players, or when it comes to Odell Beckham. You know, Odell Beckham might be the better all-around receiver, you know, when it comes to like route running, his you know, length and stuff like that. And you know, the Tyreek Hill is definitely better than any receiver on the New York Jets. But man, he's going to be able to get behind you just as easily, if not easier, than all the other wide receivers that we placed. And the quarterback will actually be able to get the ball there in Patrick Mahomes, man. So you got to be able to watch out for those explosive plays, man. Don't let things get over the top, because that's a big thing about this game, man. The Jaguars defense, we are great, but we are susceptible to the long explosive plays. You know, week 1 you saw Saquon Barkley, you know, get the lone touchdown up the sideline. And, you know, really our touchdowns are basically given up on like explosive plays, or against the Jets where he basically gave them the ball at the 5-yard line. So no explosive plays, man. Also, limit your turnovers. Actually, I'll wait to that when I go on the offense, but I want to stick to the Chiefs offense, the defense versus the Chiefs offense, and I want to talk about Patrick Mahomes, man. The way you got to get Patrick Mahomes, man, is the edge rushers are going to have to be stout, man. The pressure is going to have to come from the edge. The pressure comes up the middle. He will be able to run outside of the pocket and really get the ball there, because this guy, he's extremely quick. He's got a rocket of an arm, and he's extremely, extremely accurate. I mean, this guy rolls out of the pocket and throws the ball with his left hand. I mean, he's a physical beast. I mean, we've got to be able to really rush the edges. You saw the Denver Broncos last week. In the first half, they're doing a great job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but the pressure kind of stopped in the second half, and that's when Patrick Mahomes really put on. So really, man, pressure Pat Mahomes, get the rushes that come from the edge, and don't let him out of the pocket, man. Suffocate him, hit him early. Get our first turnover, or get a first turnover on Patrick Mahomes, and we got to win a turnover battle. Got to win a turnover battle, because last week we turned the ball over 3 times. We gave the Jets the ball 3 different times, but we just straight out outplayed them. We were so much better than the Jets to where we gave them the ball and we still controlled the game. They couldn't do anything with it. That's not going to happen this time. If we lose a turnover battle, -3 turnovers, we're not going to win this game. And we got to keep the ball out of the Chiefs offense. I'm really budgeting. I say budgeting because I'm an accountant, but I'm really budgeting the Chiefs to get probably 20 to 30 points. So you can't let them get the ball. You can't get them the ball in good opportunities, just because they will exploit us, man. They will score off that. So it's all about keeping the ball out of Mahomes' hands. And when you look at the other weapons, man, Kareem Hunt, I'm not too worried about him, because his Jaguars have been stout in stopping the run. Marcel Darius, Avery Jones, Malik Jackson, they've all been doing terrific. But when you look at Travis Kelce, man, it's really hard to guard him. He's almost like a center in basketball, to where he is basically able to box out, and they can get the ball. It's almost impossible for anybody to cover him. I mean, there'll be linebackers draped all over him, and Mahomes will put the ball in an area where only Travis Kelce can get it, and he gets it. So, pressure Mahomes. Cover Travis Kelce to the best of your ability, and limit Tyreek Hill, man. Tyreek Hill, don't give him the ball on punts. Kick the ball out of bounds. Watch him on defense, because, that's a big thing, man. We've got to be able to stop the over-the-top stuff. And really, everyone talks about the Jags defense versus versus the Chiefs offense. Obviously, that's the most exciting thing, but I really think the key of this game is the Jaguars offense versus the Chiefs defense. Now, like I said, man, I really think the Chiefs are going to be able to get 20 to 30 points on us. The defense is going to have some plays. The Chiefs offense is going to have some plays. They're going to be punch for punch. But really, the Chiefs defense is the weak link of the team, man. They are kind of last in a bunch of different statistics. They have some good weapons, like, D Ford, the guy from Auburn, has been a good pass rusher. They got Kendall Fuller. I believe his name is Kendall Fuller, but they got him over the Alex Smith trade over from the Redskins. He made a really good interception last game, but really, there's not a lot going on with their defense. So really, Blake Bortles, I mean, when Blake Bortles has played against subpar defenses, you look at the Jets, you look at the Patriots. Blake Bortles has been outstanding. So really, man, I think this could be a big game for Blake Bortles. I really hope Blake Bortles can come in there and do a lot of good things. I mean, he was like, 16 for 18 in the first half of the last game, man. He was electric. And really, I think Blake Bortles will have his opportunities. Hopefully the offensive line holds up. The wide receiving core, I mean, we have 3 different guys that have 100 yards receiving this year. So, we have weapons to get it to. It's just all about, man, we got to start off with a rhythm in the first quarter. Let Blake Bortles get in a rhythm. You see the way he plays in the first quarter. If he's on a roll, he's going to stay on a roll basically all throughout the game. But if he starts off and, he's overthrowing guys, receivers are dropping balls, all that stuff, the offense doesn't move. And it usually doesn't recover the whole entire game. So, man, we've got to be able to start off firing on offense. Blake Bortles, he has to be good. And, the wide receivers, they had to do their thing. Now, TJ Yeldon will be in this game. I do like TJ Yeldon, man. Obviously, Fournette is injured, but I do like TJ Yeldon. TJ Yeldon has proven me wrong. I thought he sucked in 2016, but he's been doing a lot better as like a running back. So really, man, I think the key, man, really of this game is the Jaguars offense versus the Chiefs defense. You're going to Hopefully, last week we put up 31 points, man. Let's match that production. Let's take what the defense is giving you. I was really impressed with Blake Bortles last game, man. They were trying to bait him. The Jets were trying to bait him, and he was able to read the defense really well. His pocket presence was really good last game, but the key with Blake Bortles, man, stay consistent. I don't think any of us were surprised at the performance of Blake Bortles last game because we've seen him do that, but can he do it back-to-back? The jury's still on that, man. We've got to be able to do it. We got to, with this game, man, the keys, stop Tyreek Hill, win the turnover battle, and have Blake have a good game. I mean, it's as simple as that, man. Get some pressure on Mahomes, like I said, man. I think the Jaguars have a good chance of winning this game. Now, unfortunately for me, it's going to be probably raining this game, but fortunately for the Jaguars, that probably plays into their favor. You know, get the Chiefs the passing game off and really force them to run the ball a little bit more, but yeah, man, I'm pumped for this game, man. It's going to be a blast. And really, everyone, let me know what your keys to this game are. You know, if you're going to be going to this game, holler at me. I'll be tailgating. Maybe we can meet up. We'll see, man. But yeah, that's about all I got. Let me know y'all's keys of the game. Let me know y'all's score prediction. And yeah, let's go ahead and go in here, man. Let's get to 4-1 and give the Chiefs their first L, because they're due for one. Unfortunately, we are going against September, October Andy Reid, and that's the best kind of Andy Reid. Fortunately for us, Mahomes, good thing we didn't play Mahomes week 1, because he has 4 weeks of NFL experience, so now we actually do get to see some game film on him, what he does well, what he necessarily does bad, and we can use that to our advantage. So yeah, man, thanks all for watching this video. I know I'm railing you a little bit, but I just like talking Jags and I'm excited, man, but I'll catch you guys next time.